So it has come down to this. We have the final episode of The Save, and we have the chance to sign off with an absolutely incredible finish. Potential to win the Premier League and the Europa League in our final season. Please remember to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more content coming in the future. But for now, we face the final day at Sunderland. We have arrived at the Southampton game. Before we get into that, if you haven't seen the last couple of episodes, I highly recommend watching them just so you get the scope of where we are right now. But heading into today's games against Southampton and Wolves in the Premier League, two teams who are already relegated, and the simple matter is, if we win both of our matches, we will win the Premier League. It's a target which we weren't expecting at the start of the season. Thought we could maybe have a push to get into the Champions League places. That has been done now. We do have a chance to go one step further as long as we can get the good results today. Also, having a chance to win the league at the Stadium of Light is something which will be fantastic for us, and hopefully we can see that out in front of the Stadium of Light fans. Will just be one match after that as well. We do find ourselves in the Europa League Final. That's against Fenerbache. So we do have that in mind as well, but the big aim in the first couple of games is to get that Premier League title over the line. We are on some fairly good form going into the Southampton game as well, unbeaten in over a month and winning a few big games since then. Obviously we lost to Liverpool, but beating Spurs, Man U, and those results, especially the Tottenham one, really gave us hope that it wasn't just something fleeting away from us. Two last minute goals there showed the spirit and showed the passion that this team has for winning this title, and we're going to go out today with, I would say, the usual team that we have for the Premier League fixtures. Simon in goal, Walters, Francis and Janacek, with Alonso in front of him, Gray and Bellingham in behind Borges, Edrago and Van Persie, and Den Bogander up front. His goals have really been a driving force for our season, but Edrago as well, and Carlos Borges, I think his impact on that left hand side has really been crucial for us. We're hoping for good performances from these players once more away from home in the Premier League. An already relegated Southampton's team should pose little threat, but we do still need to be wary of them, and we need to be at the top of our game to ensure we get the win. We do have the first highlight of the match. It's taken 38 minutes to get to this point. Has been a very unremarkable game up until this point, but can we make a spark now to maybe open the floodgates? Walters, he gets the ball on the right hand side, drifts inside and finds Alonso with a switch of play. He cuts in onto his right foot and he scores another fantastic goal for us. Bazunu maybe could have done better there, but take nothing away from this Alonso strike. He just cuts inside. Obviously he is right footed, playing on that left hand side, and I think just looking at the power on the shot, Bazunu was off his line, and that allowed it to fly over him into the back of the net. The second time in the last full few games that Alonso has scored a worldie for us, and now he has been disgustingly challenged by Adam Armstrong, who has correctly received a red card. This game may have just got a little bit easier for us, but with balls like that we may shoot ourselves in the front. Former man Tim picks it up and allows Southampton to get the ball to the right hand side. Janacek, he's able to head it away. Borges, he has picked up a knock. He will be coming off at half time. Edrago is in the Southampton box now though. Den Bogander's shot is charged down, but Job applies the finish. They are looking at a VAR review here, not really sure what that could be for, so I think this is going to stand. And we have gone 2-0 up just before half time after opening 38 minutes of the game, which was probably so dull for the fans at the stadium. It's really come alive in the last 10 minutes of the second half. We've 2-0 up, Southampton down to 10 men, and things are looking quite rosy for us at the moment. We can't let our performance levels drop. Realistically, We want to keep on going out and scoring as many goals as possible. We will be level on points with Liverpool. It is our goal difference which is keeping us at the top of the league, but a goal difference which is much more comfortable than theirs. If we can just make it like ever so slightly more comfortable in the last moments of this match as well, then that would just set us on our way as long as we can beat Wolves on the last day. Van Persie with an effort from inside the box is charged down, so we do have a corner. Solbes is going to get it into the box. He looks to get it into the near post, no Sunderland player able to win it, but Van Persie picks it up. He gets into the box and is tackled by Larios. Another corner for ourselves for Solbes again. He's going to get it into the box. Hopefully a better delivery this time. No one in a Sunderland shirt challenging for the ball, and a poor crossing from Solbes allows Bazunu to collect just over the hour mark and making sure we don't get any unnecessary send-ins off ourselves. We will bring on Gore in place of Archie Gray in that defensive midfield position, and as well Van Persie can come off in place of Rigg. I am going to keep Alonso on even though he is on a booking, just in case he wants to score another worldie for us. We're always going to welcome those from anyone. Uedrago now with a chance to drive into the Southampton half. Gets it to Solbes on the left hand side. He cuts inside, finds Laurent at the back post, and it's his left footed effort hits the post, and Job really should have done better on his follow up, but that has gone over the bar. 15 minutes just about left in the match. Peyton Miller can come on. Alonso not being rest for the remainder of the game, and Job is tiring. He can get a round of applause for his goal, as will Alonso when they depart the pitch. But another game for us, looking like we have got the win. Just need to see out these final few moments, and it'll set us up for a good final day encounter against another relegated team in Wolves. And again, a game which we should be winning, but Southampton, despite the fact we're winning 2-0, they've looked a bit dangerous a couple of times since they've gone down to 10 men. So we know we can't really rest on our laurels. Need to be at the top of our game, like we have done today. Get another win. Simon with that clean sheet has broken the record for clean sheets in a season, so it's great work from him. He has shown real improvement this season as well, and good ratings for all of the defence. I think that has been another thing which has really helped us this season. We have looked a bit more solid defensively, and I think that is why we have been able to put up more of a fight. The last few seasons looked a little bit shaky defensively, but now we have sorted that out a little bit, and leaves us one game away from a Premier League title. That game against Wolves is coming up in a week's time. We're going to make sure the players are rested and prepared for it, and we'll see you there. We are at the day before the Wolves game, and we do have one of the team meetings. These can really be pivotal. If you say the wrong thing, the players can really get upset, so you've got to make sure that you please the team. We're going to have a look through the options there. I'm just going to say we have the chance, give it everything that you've got. A couple of them are a little bit unhappy, but overall the team do agree with that. We're going to respect the two that don't agree with us. That is Daniel and Ezekiel Fernandez. But in about 48 hours time they'll be too happy with the Premier League win, so forget all about that, is the hope anyway. Obviously getting close to the match, and it is a huge game of this last day. If we do just have a look through the fixtures which could affect us, it is only between ourselves and Liverpool right now. Arsenal's challenge has fallen off. I think that run of games they had has caught up with them. A couple of consecutive losses in a row to Chelsea and Palace has really blunted their challenge in the last couple of weeks. And Manchester United as well, their form has really fallen off a bit of a cliff as well. No wins in the last 4 Premier League games since they lost to us. They've not been able to pick up a win since then. So that has seen their challenge really go down. So it is just ourselves and Liverpool. Liverpool playing Leeds, going to cross our fingers that Leeds can do us a favour. They are safe from relegation just before the last game of the season, so they don't really have much to play for themselves. But if they want to go out and ruin Liverpool's title challenge, we would be very happy with that. And it is the exact same team which is starting today's match against Wolverhampton. This is, like I said last game, it's probably the usual team now. We do expect this team to go out and put in a performance. If they carry on what they did in the last match, then we will get that win. So, one last time in front of the Stadium of Light crowd, we're going to get behind them and we'll come back at the end of the match, hopefully with that trophy in our hands. Walking out one last time in this season at the Stadium of Light. And if these players can go on and secure this title, obviously they will get a real heroes reception. I have just checked the club status. We aren't on an icon or legends list yet, or even on the favoured personnel list. I would hope securing this title would put me at least on the favoured personnel, if nothing else. I mean, the Sunderland fans really should be happy with the work that we've done. Obviously have got an FA Cup in our time here. Van Persie, his effort blocked and just goes wide of the post. Borges with a corner in, and Den Bogander's header doesn't have enough power on it to take it past the Wolves keeper. Leeds and Liverpool, their game is kicking off already. It's 2-1 to Liverpool, so that one seems to be quite action packed. But do need to worry about that booking for Archie Gray. Looked like he might have been committing himself to a tackle which could not have gone his way. Another effort from ourselves, goes close but not close enough. Den Bogander this time scraping the bar, and it hasn't been the game that we would have wanted. I would have hoped for an early goal to settle a few nerves. Hasn't been able to happen. Job has another effort which goes over the bar from outside the box. And although we've kept Wolves quiet, our own player hasn't been the best. A few players have picked up bookings and really just haven't put on the attacking performance which we definitely know we're capable of. Another highlight, maybe the last one before half time. We're going to hope this is the one that brings a goal for us. Ouedraogo plays it into Job. He has space, and Job, that's his 7th goal of the season, but he really buried that one quite devastatingly into the back of the net. Looked to go quite central into the goal, so I think the keeper could be disappointed. He has let that one go in so easily, but take nothing away from Job. He's captain for the day, and he is really showing why. Getting into the box, making a late break, and getting that goal, which will put us back top of the Premier League. We can't get complacent in the second half, and just need to make sure that we go out and secure the victory. I am going to take Francis off and bring it on Sealed for the second half, and I think as well we will bring on Peyton Millett in place of Alonso, and I am going to bring on Daniel Gore in place of Archie Gray. I'm worried about a sending off, if you can't tell. Want to make sure we keep 10 men on the pitch and just go out for this second half. Give it our all one last time. Carlos Borges, he drifts in Fide and Fide Job. Den Bogander now out to Walters. He gets it to Van Persie. He gets that ball into the box, but Den Bogander not quite able to win it. Wolves looking to counter-attack themselves. Sealed though, able to win it, and hopefully put an end to any hopes Wolves had of getting that goal. A poor clearance from Janacek though gives them the opportunity, and Sago had a shot that goes over the bar. Another attack quickly beginning though. Walters on the right hand side. Another goal would make us feel a little bit more comfortable, but not going to be able to get away crosses like that into the box. We do have another chance. Every player apart from Dennis Simon was in the Wolves half for a spell there. Peyton Miller now on the left hand side gets it forward to Carlos Borges. His opportunity to cross into the box, finds Den Bogander. Another effort hits the bar, and Borges isn't quite able to find anyone at his second attempt on a cross. We are straight away on the attack again though, and Wolves just throwing everyone in front of all the efforts that we are having. It does remain 1-0 to us, but it's really not through lack of trying. Gore's corner has managed to get a penalty for us. A Wolves' hand went into the air. They are consulting with VAR, but I can't see why this wouldn't be allowed. It's going to be Ouedraogo with a chance to put us 2-0 up. His penalty finds the back of the net. His 16th goal. And that just makes this ever so more slightly comfortable. And we really are getting close to that title win now. One more goal and I think we can start to celebrate it. Janacek's header, not quite able to get past Bentley. So close to getting that goal. Are going to have to wait a little bit longer, it seems. But Liverpool are now 3-3 against Leeds, so we are bettering Leeds' result as well. Until I mentioned that, they have got that fourth goal. For the last 10 minutes, we're going to bring on Lauren, and I'm going to bring on Chris Rigg, the homegrown player. He really deserves to be on this pitch. I know we have Dan Neil and Patterson on the bench as well, but we can't bring on everyone, especially with the changes we made at half time. But I feel Chris Rigg, he is someone who's really developed throughout this save to become an influential member of this Sunderland team. Hopefully we might be able to see a goal from him in these last couple of moments. Lauren now on the ball, he gets into the box, and we have maybe got a final penalty to see out the match. If we do, I am actually going to see if I can make Chris Rigg the penalty taker, just so he can get a goal. I think the referee has definitely pointed to the penalty spot. Chris Rigg, he is stepping up, and hopefully he's going to seal the win. Chris Rigg makes it 3-0, and we have secured the Premier League title. We're going to be able to see the boys walk out and pick up that trophy as well. What a moment that's going to be. And really, really deserved it as well. Look at the Wolves streaming out. What an amazing sight to see. Me bringing up the rear there. But Job, another one who really has developed well throughout this save. Struggled to maybe find the best position for him, but I think this season in that Segundo Volante role he's really excelled, and he's going to be the one that picks up the trophy for us. And we see it raised aloft now. We're going to get the red and white confetti come down, and the Stadium of Light crowd are going to be absolutely loving this moment, and it is really delightful. A Premier League win for us. We're going to go around the ground now, obviously the last game of the season, get the applause from the fans. Going to take a day or two to celebrate this, but we have a big game in 2 days' time against Fenerbache in the Europa League Final, so the players can't go out and get too excited. Hopefully after the next game we'll have a huge double celebration. Like I say, that's in a couple of days. Really need to get these players rested up. But we'll see you for the Europa League Final, and hopefully double success in the final episode as well. So here we are at the final match of the save, and a chance for us to get our second trophy of the episode. And I am confident in this team. It is the team that has largely played to get us through to this final. Patterson's in goal, Walters, Seals, Akmanovic and Alonso make up the defence with Gore and Neil in front of them. Sorbes, Rigg and Laurent behind Nwaneri up front. Obviously, we got one step further than we did in last year's competition. If we now can go on and win it, that would be absolutely fantastic for us, and would really just be the icing on top of the cake. Really had a fantastic season with that Premier League win, and this would just be another delightful little trophy to add to the little collection that we have assembled over the course of this save. Will be a tough game. Fenerbahce obviously done well themselves to get here. Both of the teams playing in the first Europa League final in the history of both clubs, so neither of us have much history in the competition, so a chance to make some for both clubs. Both sets of players will be eager to make their mark. We're just going to hope it's the Sunderland players that come out on top in the match today. We do have a very early highlight. Kenga's under on the right hand side for Fenerbahce, tries to get the ball into the box, but we're able to deal with the first ball in there. He are straight back on the attack though. Fred picks it up and plays it out to Kenga's under, and with the first attempt of the game, very early on, Fenerbahce strike first. Really not the start that we wanted, and we just haven't come out of the blocks at all in this game. Fenerbahce way too easy to get forward and carve open the defence, and the first time finish found its way past Anthony Patterson in the goal and gives Fenerbahce a very early advantage in the game. Still lots of time for us to get back into it, and maybe the first attempt for us now. Chris Rigg getting the ball across to Laurent at the back post, but his header just goes over the bar. Nice to see us having an attempt at least, but we do need to start getting some on target if we are to get back into the game. Chris Rigg has a chance to lead us on a counter-attack now. He's been really good in this Europa League run. It is Laurent getting the ball across the box, and Solbes manages to deal with some hesitancy in the defence and gets the ball in the back of the net for the equaliser. Just over 15 minutes gone in the match, 1-1. So it looks like it could be an exciting game for the neutrals, and Solbes able to add to his tally for the season. Being impressed with him in his opening campaign for us. Has definitely improved in the second half of the season and managed to get a few more goals for us. Laurent picking up an injury, so we are going to give Bar an opportunity to make an impact in this match as well. Since that Fenerbahce goal, it really has been us on top, and we just need to start making the most of chances. It's been the story in a lot of the games this season where we started off and haven't really started taking the chances that we have had until later on in the game. Maybe another injury for us as well. I think Chris Rigg has pulled his groin, so I think we're going to take this chance. We'll bring on Fernandez and we'll put Daniel Gore in the attacking midfield position. Daniel Gore's got a few goals last season, hasn't actually got one yet this season. Has been a good player for us, but in a more advanced role he might get a few more opportunities to add to his tally for the club. First highlight of the second half begins, and Livakovic plays it out from the back. Fenerbahce trying to patiently work the ball out of the half. We're closing down well and haven't been able to get out of the box really so far. Just trying to work it up there, but we're making sure the options are closed down and sensing that one of Lee's is going to go astray anytime soon, and that'll give us the chance to get forward, and it has been coming, and Ranieri manages to take advantage of that. I think it was Gore who managed to pick the ball up after Bar had won it. He played the ball forward to Ranieri and he gets his goal. It was actually a good 1-2 between Ranieri and Gore. Ranieri got the ball from Bar, and the little give and go managed to find some space in the box and then put it in the bottom corner. We lead for the first time in the match, and we do have some tiring players as well. Crigliano can come on to get his appearance in the final, and Daniel Gore is tiring as well, so we'll bring on Ouedraogo in his place. We do have one more change as well, maybe going to leave that just in case Fenerbahce managed to grab an equaliser and we do have to head into extra time. But looking at the balance of play through the game, we very much deservedly ahead, and if we can get that goal, we'll make that final change and just bring Miller on. And we have managed to get the goal. Bar, he has played really well in this game since he has come on, managing to get an assist there for the Nuneri second goal of the game, and that should hopefully wrap up this Europa League win for us. Still a little bit of time left in the match, so we can't just give up and assume it's won already, but a comfortable position for us to be in. Like we were saying before that goal went in, over the balance of play in the match. Very much deserved a win for us, and very much nice to see yet another trophy collection from this Sunderland team. Just going up to get the individual medals now. But what a performance that we've just seen. It's going to be Anthony Patterson, the homegrown boy, picking up the Europa League trophy for Sunderland, and the rest of the players behind him. They have had a momentous last few days of this season, the first Premier League title since 1936, and then we've got our first Europa League trophy as well. Definitely a team which is on the up, young players who are just going to improve, and it's really been great going on this journey with them and finishing off in the way that we have there. And it's been really enjoyable to bring us along on this journey, to end in the way we have as well. Lots of players have come and gone from the squad, but we're always going to be left with some nice memories from everyone who has been involved. Some medals being given out for that Europa League when Calvin Ramsey gets one. I'm pretty sure Matthew Young should get one of these as well. He made 2 appearances overall in the competition, manages to start 1 game as well. So everyone who is in this squad has contributed in one way or another to the Europa League win, even if it's just with the solitary appearance. But again, we're just delighted to be able to get that over the line. Following the Premier League victory, I had gone into the favoured personnel. We are just going to get a continue in there, and we're going to see if my status at the club has improved anymore. But we are delighted to see out the season and get a couple of trophies in there. I am still on the favoured personnel list, just behind Joe Bellingham there, and lots of players who have formed a part of this save are in the favoured personnel list. Joe Bellingham obviously still here, along with Patterson and Dan Neil. Ballard and Clark, recent departures, with Patrick Roberts just before him. But all of these players have really had a good solid impact on Sunderland in this save. And I am going to continue it on in the background, but I do have other plans for the channel in terms of saves moving forward. The first one of those will be out on Monday. But for now, we are going to say goodbye to this squad one last time, and just thank them very much for giving us the entertainment they have provided over the past couple of months. So please do remember to drop a like on the video, comment down below, have you enjoyed the save, and are you enjoying the content so far? Subscribe to the channel for regular Football Manager content in the future as well. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.